Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Psi Divine. I hope all is well. There is a message. It feels like two different messages. So it is a bit of a sense and select reading also for whoever needs it at this time. So if you feel like you are more drawn to the letters, there's your message. If not, I'm sensing cards too. So we will see where the data takes us and you know how it goes. So I'll give you a moment to consider which is more attention grabbing, and we'll go from there. All right. Hopefully you've sensed which is more appealing to you, and we'll go from there. Let's start with the letters. If you were sensing that, then that's where we'll go. Okay? Okay, you can see F was coming out. There's if. So I'm going to take those. Forgive the blur. Okay. A lot of the word I heard is introspect. You may have a song that has your attention at this song. A song you may something about. There may have been a song you heard that brought some memory back. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of like, if you create sounds of some sort, okay, I'm just gonna say what I. There may be something to do if you're a musician or you make musical sounds or sounds for people to hear. There's some message about considering different language. Something about the language or understanding. I also just saw KORG, Korg. Could be sound equipment or something. Ooh, okay. cruxed. It's the crux. Okay. Okay, so if you're a musician, there's something to be considered about a song. Something about more people understanding it or hearing it. Next message. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Sorry, my Z is in reverse. Okay. I'm not reading that out loud, for one. If you see it, you saw it. Separate message. I'm not sure where K goes from here, but there is a blank. So it's going to be a shooting. I don't even know any other way to process this data. The word I get is making the news. That was words, plural. Making the news. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm gonna do this one more time. Let's see if we can get some stuff that's a little more for the collective specific. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, God. Okay. Ew. Y'all. Okay. So look. There's a lot going on right now. I think we're all kind of sensing it, experiencing it. I have even pulled back energy on my own from this channel for protection, and not just my own protection. There is I've spoken in bits and pieces on this, but it's starting to happen at this point. As I spoke at the beginning of my readings on this channel, time was limited. Okay? Time was limited. Time is limited, and blase, blase, blase. So ideally, in a perfect situation, people will do the right thing. That is a fantasy situation. Whether that happens or not is choice. But Z is the last letter of the alphabet, right? It's also a 10. So what do we get out of 10? We get the end of a cycle, right? We get the wheel that turns. We get, oh my goodness. So we get the potential for complete ending or things that can only go up from here, right? It's a possibility. So what we may be witnessing in the world around us, if you look closely, you're going to see people, I don't even have a good slogan or bumper sticker for it. I'm sure one of y'all do. But what we're going to be seeing in the world around us is the collective others turning against themselves, the self cannibalizing itself, the self eating itself. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the people in charge of things. If you are looking, you will see. So there's going to be some event. It will probably be happening in the month of December. Let's see what, Lord. Let's see if we can get some dates on this. What I get is 23 in reverse. Oh, in reverse. Okay, what's today? Today's the 16th. So this can be within a week. I'm not gonna sit here and just start doing all types of math, but something happens on. Okay, so around the 7th, there was notice of this or some type of data clarified of this event coming. They made warning, awareness, discussion of. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so 23rd. 23rd. Ugh. 23rd. This is the words that come through is a corrective data event. This will be what seems like an act of one. Yeah, they're planning it. Oh, God. What I hear is the event is unstoppable. It keeps going back to 6. Okay. Can this be stopped? So this event can be intercepted. There has to be a code cheating. As in, like, catching this type of data and doing something about it. So, the question I asked was, would this be like school type thing? So I get, there's a probability it's group situation. It's chosen. And it may not be being discussed very much because that's, ugh. So sometimes there are readings that do have coding to them. At the bottom of the deck is illusions, which run us back to and there's a specific time of this event. Damn. Okay. Man, I hope this is totally inaccurate. So I was trying to get a sense of probable numbers. And I thought 5. Okay. Okay, so there may be 5. This may be an event of 5. I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Okay, what advice do you guys need involving this? Guides, goddesses, you may be experiencing synchronicities in your world. Pay attention. And all that stuff. Because there's definitely something higher magnetics going on in the air. It does I don't even know how to pronounce the word I see right now. That's something to do with machine. Machinized. It looks like the word. Machinezed. It's weird. Something like that. Angel. Be aware of your planning, your health, safety. This has to do with your vision. It has to do with your vision at this time. I don't get the sense that anybody watching is going to be a part of any of this. I don't get that sensing. But, nonetheless, the guides do want you guys to protect yourself from negative energy, negative people, negative energy of the self, too. Be aware that thoughts do manifest things. The thoughts create things. This could be a masculine energy. This could be a masculine energy around this event. So you may be being guided at this time. Maybe one of y'all is a part of this. Pay attention to your body. If your body's saying rest more, do it. Don't deny that. But also be paying attention. Because this card is going more towards the past. So things that you maybe don't pay attention to, you might not be in the worst position to pay a little more attention to your surroundings. But your guides are trying to get your attention. Clarify. Okay, rando data, super rando, but could still apply. This month, the rest of the month, if someone you don't know is asking for assistance, you don't know them, don't do it. You may get your belly. You may get something, a feeling in the stomach or the lower, belly area. Maybe a feeling in the stomach like, I don't think I should help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't pick up hitchhikers type of data. If you see a good-looking man walking around on crutches and he drops his books, like, don't go help him pick up the books. He was on crutches with them books. He should have got a bag. Think. Okay, so there is some event that is going to take place. Maybe it's connected to this. Whatever it is going to touch one of y'all in a different way. And you're going to see the hell on earth. You're going to see the hell that you maybe have orbiting around you energetically within the self. the universe may be trying to give some of you a break or encouraging you to take a break, make some changes in the confusion you have going on around you. Some of you feel like you've lost something or someone that isn't a possession. And so there's karma that comes with that. And it is time to make changes. Changes are being impressed upon you. And so there's some resetting, restarting of the self that needs to happen. There is a guide or a goddess who has lost themselves. And they have lost themselves in lust. And trust, I know this one. Someone doesn't know the difference between love, need, and want. They don't know that. It's everybody must do what I want them to do. Why don't they do what I think they should do? Because everybody's having a different experience. And if you don't respect that, then you should sit in a small room and figure out a lifestyle that you can have alone, where you impact no one. Someone here is under the belief or impression or ego or entitlement that the others around them need to do certain things, be a certain way. Some feel entitled. Someone feels entitled to a certain code from others. That's not how it works. Endurance. Someone has the energy to go the long run, right? On some bullshit. However, it's not. It's a choice. Ooh. And that flew. Someone has taken their divinely gifted energy that they were supposed to be working on and expanding and learning from in this lifetime. Somebody did come back in this lifetime to experience going from the chaotic, distorted self to the higher self, like full polar shift transition. What they are stuck in at this time is envy. What they're stuck at in this time is acts of revenge or bad behavior impressed upon the others. What they're experiencing in overall hate of themselves. This was impressed upon them in early childhood. It didn't break. They were supposed to break that. There was an attempt at divine intervention to help them realize their abundance, their gifts, their knowledge. That was supposed to be a part of this life's journey. Now, divine intervention can work in multiple directions, And there it is. Be aware of your focus at this time, if that's any of your data. What you're getting back at this time is the energy that you put out. Be aware that when you spend too much time in someone's energy and you have bad intention or unwanted intention, it's like casting a love spell on someone who doesn't even know you exist, or doesn't like you, or doesn't want that energy. It's like say I want to cast a love spell on Brad Pitt, right? Yum. Hello. Alert. But Brad Pitt doesn't even know I freaking exist. What I end up with is focused energy or fixed energy. What orbits in my realm and my space becomes everything Brad Pitt, right? I'm putting his pictures up, loving on him, lighting candles, doing all kind of fun stuff. Brad Pitt doesn't know I exist. So does the love spell work? No. No. It doesn't work the way you want it to, but it does return. That's the thing. Because the energy has no place to go, it simply orbits. And as it orbits, it becomes thick like a fog. It becomes all-encompassing. It becomes destructive. It drowns. It kills. It debilitates. It handicaps. You don't need a witch for that data. It's energy. What do they say about energy? They say it doesn't, you can't get rid of it. It doesn't really leave. If that's even remotely true, I don't know. But if it is true, and someone is just sitting around putting out the energy of want, lust, desire, need to control, why, hate, rage, you know what I'm saying? It's a very fixed energy. Where's the light in that? Where's the freedom in that? There, again, no freedom in that, right? Because you're just focused on what you want. You're all encompassed by what you think you should have. You are stuck on what you think the others should be doing. At no point is there freedom. There's just fixed focus on what is missing, what is desired, that isn't afforded to you, isn't given to you in this lifetime or not now, whatever the case is. It's empty desire that becomes something dark. It becomes lost. It's the very lowest of the self. Okay? And the love turns to hate, unrequited love, whatever, all the stuff that makes baggage. Whoever's going through this data at this time has orbited in just enough energy to push a whole lot of other energies back. Imagine that. And so it must be considered that it might be a collective of energies, more than one. Can be more than one person with this new polarization. And the polarization is magical. It is chemically enhanced. It returns. And so you may be being encouraged at this time, guides and guidesses, to shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your entire face. Keep your eyes open. You may even be feeling naturally comfortable with removing yourself from group situations, certain energies. And this may be you becoming aware. This is a part of the gift, your other abilities. The soul itself is sensing, hey, might be some aliens going on. You step back a little bit. Something alienistic, something dark in nature orbits. It is These are health changes. Be mindful of your time and energy, guides and goddesses. There is a next step that is coming. Time to move forward. This needs to happen. It is a part of the change, the shift. If you can hear the helicopter flying. Ooh, that was loud. Okay. Be mindful of your value, the self, whatever you need to do to keep your energy in a lighter place. Wow. Do what you can, but the next experience is coming in, so just be aware. You are not like the others. So if you feel like you're feeling that difference at this time stronger than usual, if the others are starting to look a little alienistic, that may not. Oh my God. All right. You may even feel like being a little bit less of a helper. Do what you can to protect your energy at this time is what I'm just saying. Okay? Watch your surroundings and all that jazz. Just coming out of that, though, I do believe you guys are going to come out of this just fine. I don't think it's no crazy stuff for y'all, but I do think it's going to be some stuff going on. And there is some truth that has to be accepted in the month of December, okay? There may be some falsehoods that you may be telling yourself that has to be dealt with before 2022. There's a cycle of self-sabotage that needs to be broken. And you know that. You feel it. It's time to do it. How do you do it? Stop manifesting it. Stop thinking of it. Stop focusing on it. Stop doing the things that create more of it. This may be time to find another artistic endeavor. If you already got one, get 4 more. That's what helps you switch the code. You know what I'm saying? Work with it. And it is time to go forward. Listen, all of you are seeking higher data. The thing about that is the higher data is within you. You've been here more than one lifetime dealing with this. In this lifetime, you've experienced multiple lifetimes, haven't you? So it's not like you don't have the tools. You do. It's not like you don't have the experience. You do. But there must be a chosen transformation. It can be injected in some, but for the rest of you, it's got to be chosen because your work is different than theirs. The others may be here to form more of a sheep shape. You might be here to form a different shape, one that is closer to self. Nonetheless, if you don't do the work, what comes is a loss of gifts. Okay? You will suffer more. This is 2022. And what is 2022? If we run those together, we get 6. That is your vision. That is the healing and the rewards that you're going to get. Blase, blase, blase. It's the love. It's the balance. Right? It's in swords, it's your transition. But if it is not chosen, it is divine design for better or for worse. And the work must be done. And when I say must, I mean it's still a choice. You ain't got to do nothing. You can still go on with, you can be the same self, experiencing the same unhappiness, having the same focus. But consider this. If you quietly knew and you couldn't tell others, if you quietly knew there were, hold on, I'm going to spell it out. I want you to answer the question for yourself. If you feel like you want to write it out in the comments so you can see it later, do your thing. Okay? If you knew you had to live. And you couldn't tell anyone else. What would you do with those years? Would you focus on the self? Would you focus on distortion? Would you focus on the why do they do these things? Why do they let me feel this way? What would you do? And I'm not saying anything deep or anything like that. But it's worth consideration. Are you using your time well? Are you doing what you came here to do? Do you really think the soul in all of its perfection, all of your perfection, do you really think you came here to learn nothing, experience nothing higher? It's something to consider, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But the word comes back. "2022, the year of the 6. 5, a time for change, starting over. You can be over your lessons or you can go through some more. But you have some choices to make and very little time. Very little time to decide what fixed energy you will be walking with. Now that message ain't for everybody, but okay. I'm gonna stop there because I'm not sure. But there is some better, higher thinking. It is time for some change, right? Go 5 and think 6. Changes to make. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I don't see anything else. I think we're done right there. All right, let's move on. 4554. Need to write that one down. So 4554 for just the cards. All right. That was a lot of messaging right there. All right. Now, next, cards. Did you select the cards 45 minutes later? Hopefully your message isn't as complicated. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Messages at this time for anyone who chose the cards. Okay. Side note, somebody might be trying to get someone's attention lure. There is a situation that is over. Might be a little bit over. Someone has stepped out of a situationship or something. I don't fucking know. And they might have pulled back their energy a little bit too. For the one that, I'm not talking about the one that's doing it, but whoever is experiencing that energy. Oh, bad focus. Somebody has bad focus. This is the energy of resentment. I'm starting to feel it now. But someone's very hopeful of connection, communication. That's not possible. All right. It's a lot of air energy there. There's someone who wants connections, communication with another person, and that is on somebody's wish list, hope list, hopeless, however that works. Let's see what the thing is here. Okay. So it's possible somebody doesn't realize their attention is unwanted or their connection is unwanted. Someone doesn't accept their connection damage. There's some connection or communication. It's not like a ghosting. It's like somebody doesn't realize the damage they cause that pushes another person away. Someone has chosen to pull back energy. There's a lot of that going on in the YouTube tarot world, looks like too. So there may have been some type of energy put out, impressed upon others. And the energy desired brought about, ultimately, subtraction. Cosmically inclined. Ooh, Lord, okay. So it encouraged others to remove energy. I get the energy of someone or more than someone. So, okay, what I saw just now was a black hole in outer space. And you know the black hole sucks everything into it, right? Well, the black hole runs out of like fuel or whatever it uses. It's eaten up as much as it can eat. The other universe inhabitants, the other planets, the other cosmic beings pull back their energy. That causes the black hole to experience an inversion of itself in some manner or another. Ooh. This is weird. Okay, I'm gonna just share what I heard. Energies are being pulled back. Maybe I have been saying this the last few days. Energies are being pulled back so that somebody can learn their lesson. In a manner of speaking. Someone now walks the left-hand path? I don't know what that means. What? Yeah, okay. So, this could have been somebody on in the read. Okay, this could be a reader. If y'all, I know it's a few readers that watch the page. If this is one of y'all, so you needed to pull back your energy. Somebody's a whole nut job. I don't really know a nice way to say that. I was looking for words. I don't have them. I needed thesaurus for Christmas. Somebody's a whole fucking nut job. Needs to listen. Logic. Down. The card says logic. Balance. Somebody is nuts. Or I guess somebody thought that they could inflict something nutty upon other people. This can, and it doesn't have to be, out in the forest lighting candles magic or anything like that. This can be caused by today's modern confusion as we understand it. Fake profiles, people who look like fans but are lying, multiplicity of bullshit. Yep. So you are being guided to stand down, soldier. Stand down, captain. You're being, listen, I don't even know how many more, listen, at the bottom you are well. Those of you who have chosen to pull back your energy, however you figured out how to do it, you good. That's what I see. Yeah, head down, sleepwalker coming through. And they need to subtract themselves. And also, this is going to be a thing. Whoever, this is your data. You're being taught, what I heard was combat style. Oh, shit. Okay. Your shoulders are durable. Your back is strong. And you understand that you must shift what you focus on in order to pull back your energy. So if there is someone, now this is for everybody, if there's somebody fucking with your energy, you must shift your focus. That's how you break it. That's one of the ways, okay? But if you sit around focusing on somebody doing you harm, you're wide open to that type of energy or person, however you want to. And when I say energy, I mean like people, okay? You're open to that type of energy coming through. So be mindful of what you're focusing on. If you are a reader or you just are aware of higher connections, excuse me, that which you focus on is your experience, okay? That's what you're going to call in because you're powerful. Okay, so you're being taught combat style so that you can switch timelines, and that needs to happen. I feel like 2022 is going to be a lot of ninja-esque. It's going to be a lot of ninja-esque timeline jumping. So you're going to have to watch out for the lost angels, because that's going to be a thing. I ain't fixing to sit here and read for 2022, but maybe I will later. In the meantime, I see a Christmas tree. Clarify language. Clarify message tree. Oh, very nice. Oh, okay, you don't even know what. All right. If you're going through any type of cluster bang of distorted energies, smile. Smile. Break the focus. Watching comedy. Anything that takes whatever you're feeling right now and flips it. Make it opposite in a way that feels good. Even if you don't want to do it, just try it. If you haven't had a belly laugh today, you need to do that. I have spoken more than once about moving that energy. Some of you are too focused on what other people are doing because you want to control them. That is harmful. And it has nothing to do with loving the self. Okay? That should be the focus, loving the self. So in the sense of the tree, it's the holidays. If you are feeling bad about the holidays in any way at all, break the spell. This is a test. This is only a test. You can break the energy. You can break the energy in the orbit of negative energy around yourself. Look at all this love that covers the harmful matters. Someone says, put a smile on your face. You're like, why? I'm busy with all these harmful energies orbiting around me that I've chosen, that I manifest with all this empty thought. Right? Don't do that. Okay? The universe wants you to smile. Loving yourself covers the harmful matters. And if you want wellness, all you need is love. But that doesn't come from the outside. Okay? So you have to say goodbye to all of those elements or the energies within the self that aren't compatible with the ascension or your awakening. These things aren't, all those negative energies. Even the opinions of others has to go. Unless they are causing harmful matters to others, Like somebody out there picking people off with a gun or anything like that, well, that's a harmful matter, right? We can have some feelings about that type of data, but for the others that simply aren't really putting hands on you or anything like that, you have to turn your energy. That's a part of the shift. That is a part of experiencing and having control over the polarity. If not, the polarity controls you. Saying goodbye to that energy has to be a choice. Otherwise, the battle of self continues. And so there has to be greater attention given to focusing on the self, getting healthy for the self, resolving, removing, eliminating the conflict within the self. Whether the conflict is looks or love and relationships, all of these things that are outside of the self that you're looking to put into the self to build for whatever reason, even if it's just wanting attention from somebody, that has everything to do with what you are missing in yourself. A part of the work at this time, for those of you who are truly going through an awakening, a part of the work is solitude. Sorry, unless you got kids. If you have children, you are supposed to be in solitude with them to some degree too, because a part of the awakening includes guiding them through this tunnel of darkness everybody's dealing with. Now, if you solo dolo, there are some old creatures within the self that you have to get rid of. Otherwise, you just keep dating them, wishing for them, loving them, recreating them. And then there's those thoughts of revenge, wanting things to go wrong for others, hoping, magic, any level of manifestation that seeks to harm or inflict damage upon another it's harmful matters against the self, especially going through a polar shift of energies. And it's a shift that I don't think very many people know enough about. A hard polarity shift of the human magnetics. There's a lot more going on than what anybody's talking about. Some people genuinely are acting on autopilot. This is not a joke. Okay? So if you are still expressing dark conversation, I hope somebody gets fucked up. Fuck them, I wish, blah, 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 blah. All this harm is at the expense of your gifts. Your choice, nonetheless. Let me move these cards better so they could be seen. Impressions of darkness upon others at this time is magic against the self. Period. We are in the middle of the polar shift. Okay? Some will say that we've ascended to the fifth dimension. If we're in the fifth dimension, we are in trouble. That is confusion. We really would like to go to the sixth or higher. We're moving ourselves towards the 10th probably, though. And so if we're not all 100% sure of the next direction, but we can clearly see calamity ahead. We can clearly see restriction ahead. We can clearly see manipulation all around. You can see all that, right? Look at the amount of people who don't see it, right? Now you got to fix the math a little bit, right? So where you understand a little bit different. You've been misdirected with a mystery, right? And there is a payback or a continuation or an expression of something that they want going forward, right? A bill is due, an agreement. It's time to pay up. Okay? An agreed upon On the big scale, a dark agreement was made that involves all of us. The bill is due now. Okay? And so, while some are being led in a certain direction, some of you have the ability to see the path and go, wait a minute, that path goes off that cliff over there. There are not a lot who have this cognizance. And for those who do have it, if you're still expressing darkness, if you're not expressing help through the wormhole, if you're not expressing energy towards the light, or at least making others aware of the time constrictions, if it's just darkness, you're about to lose vision. That is 2022. It is magic against the self. It is a loss of option. Okay? It is an inability to move. It is a loss of control. It is ignorance. It is an ignorant burrito wrapped in a tortilla shell of chaos. And I'm mentioning that because I'm hungry, but nonetheless, blindness becomes the addiction. Yeah, confusion. I don't know how many different ways I can run that card, but alright. Be aware, if you are considering your higher gifts, or you work with your higher gifts, you don't have to listen to anything I'm saying. My readings are simply for consideration. But if you're still expressing harm and damage, if you're still talking about it, you're not talking about light, if you're not talking about the higher level data, you will not find the rest of your people. I heard you use the word tribe just now. I don't even think like that. You ain't going to find the rest of your tribe. What you will be surrounding yourself with, though, is more blind people. And so there's limited ability, there's limited evolution within the darkness. And then there's what the fuck happened. You won't know. You won't know. So, watch your energy if you are a reader or anything like that. Just because there's going to be epic levels of blindness. And I'm not 100% sure as I'm saying that this won't be physical blindness. That's a dark thing to fucking say, but I did. Yo, this could be physical blindness, but it is spiritual for sure. It's going to be a lot of people who are supposed to get their gifts, their awareness in check, and like, oh man, I can do all these things. That gets lost. So do what you can to continue to protect your energy. Watch who you're focused on, and if you do open readings, who you do readings for. Because the blind will be looking for light sources of light. They will be looking, but they will not be able to be given the vision. Well, that's man. Wow. And you don't want to lose yours in the process. Okay? I guess I have to do a reading on 2022. For those of you who resonated with any of that data, you managed to if you have your gifts and they're still connecting at this time, there's no reason to focus on the negative. Anything. There is only learning how to two-step and dance your way around all the negative, confused energies. Because, yeah, this is... You are definitely being encouraged to think with logic, keep thoughts to self as best you can. Or, those quiet thoughts, doesn't mean you have to share every bit of data with everyone. Some thoughts really are just for you. Some downloads, as I know that people like to call them, some downloads are just for you at this time. And there may be an awakening for some more that weren't awake before. I feel like that's for younger energies that may be around you guys. Okay? Right. So if you still have your divine vision and you are protecting yourself at this time and you're feeling the wild energies, lab coats for y'all. Put your lab coats on because you look awesome in them. And the lab coats and the goggles and all that stuff you are going to need your goggles too. The same ones they use for welding. Because you're going to be seeing a lot of lost angels. You're going to be lost. If you are a reader, consider, there's no order there here, but consider messages to the all instead of the X. Some of you may be being guided to, what's the word? I lost it. Something about expanding your audience. Something about speaking to more than current audience. To the universe. Frequency broadcast. Bam. I gotta write that down. Hold on. Okay, some of you are being guided towards a frequency broadcast, a little bit like a radio, like your energy, your light, your wisdom, your gift will be heard like with like antennas. Be mindful. Okay, somebody's got a gift that needs to be broadcast. Your intention. So be mindful of that, because your intention affects the universe. Well, okay. I don't know. So goddesses, if you got that cosmic data, consider radio frequency to Mother Earth and beyond. Frequency to the cosmos. Your message is heard. Damn, your message is heard and adored by the source, by the light beyond the earth. It ain't loved by the ones that are stuck here, though, so we just gonna cover that. But you are You are the blessing and the less. Oh wow, I'm done. So look, if you pick them cards, you got a lot. It's a mountain to overcome of old energy. But you do have the ability to put that away. You have the ability to put it in a box and flush it. However you got to work it out, do that. If not, you're one of the bots. In 2026, I don't even know another way to put that. You lose your vision. You lose your vision. So the clock is the time. The alarm clock is going off. I hear Isley Brothers again. That song, Harvest for the World. Harvest for the fucking world. I am done with this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I don't really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it is of use. I hope it is of service. I hope that it is of value and consideration. Time's up. That's the crazy part. And not only is the time here and now, not a lot of you see it. Not a lot of them. They don't see it. But you do. Wow. The message I just heard said, help us. Help us. Wow. All right, you guys. Be well. See you next time.